Okay, this is just kind of a short one for bum number one, who asked a question that is difficult to answer without a video. So and he asked how exactly do you create like new actions and stuff like that. And this is something that I came across early in figuring out how to use Clip Studio Paint, but it's not something that people typically talk about. If you go under the window menu, there's a thing here called auto action. If you check auto action, then it'll open the tab, and it's right over here next to your layer window. You see the little tabs. You've got your layers, and then what's this one over here? Layers, history, and auto action is the ones I've got available. Now the auto action panel over here on the right is where you would do that. And you can see here I've got one called image setup. And if I spin down the arrow here, you see that it begins with new file, and it has all of the details of my new file and what paper layer I'm using, the paper color, all of that sort of stuff. And then I've got change layer name, because I start out with a layer automatically, and I change the layer name to color. Okay? Then I create a new raster layer, and I change the layer name of the new raster layer to line art. And I just kind of stack them up. I set that when I give it a color change to black. Then I do another new raster layer, change the name to composition, and a layer color change to blue. Then I have a new layer, change layer name to sketch, and a layer color change to red. But I didn't put all of that in with like dialogues and typing and whatnot. What I did was I right-clicked here, and I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an auto action. So I click add auto action, and it lets me rename the auto action. So I'll call this new image 2. I'll whack enter, and you see down here you've got this red circle. And that red circle is to start recording your auto action. So I start recording the action, and now I can come up here and I can go File, New, and it'll bring this up. I could set all of my stuff up the way that I want, and once I have that set up the way I want, I click OK, and it saves all of that in the auto action. So then I can come over here to my layer panel, and I can go, okay, I want to change the name of this layer, and I want to change it to color. And then I can add a new layer, and I can come up here to Layer, New Layer, and I could add, say, a vector layer, and I can call it vector line art, and go OK, and that's there. And once I'm done with all that, when I'm done with all of the recording, I just click the little red circle again, and that ends recording the action. But if I go, no, there's more stuff I want to do, I can hit record again. And if I come over here to layer and I go, I want another layer, and I want a new raster layer on top of that, and I want to rename that raster layer sketch. If you come over here to the auto action, okay, that gets added on to the auto action that I've already recorded. And when I click stop, then that's already there. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can actually like reorder these. Yeah, you can. You can drag them around and reorder them. So you have all kinds of options with that. But then you've got this new image 2 auto action, and you can come over here into, I think it's in File, Shortcut Settings, or Control-Shift-Alt-K. You open that up, and you can look in the category. You can look under your auto actions, and in your set of auto actions, you can assign a key combination to your auto action that you just created. Like I've got mine assigned Control-Alt-N, and then if you, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. If you look at my tablet settings over here, okay, if you look on the Express Keys setting, you can see that for Clip Studio Paint, I have the top button mapped to Control-Alt-N, which is my image macro, okay? And that's my new image setup thing. And I can still just press Control-N to create a new file, the same as always. But if I press the key up in the upper left-hand side of my tablet, then that automatically does my new image setup, and it does that whole macro for me. And that's been really useful and really helpful. Oh my God, that is not what I wanted. I did not want to set that to default. Let me see if I can cancel. I thought I was clicking cancel. It's still set to defaults. No. Oh my God. I gotta figure out how to fix this. That needs to be, no, that needs to be right click. I gotta fix this. And that needs to be function key. C. Shortcut. C, okay. And need to move that up there. Yeah, so I'm going to move that up towards soft, and let me go to Express Keys settings. I still have those set up. I still have those set up. Okay. Okay. Working area setting, monitor 1 primary. No, that needs to be monitor 2. Okay, and mouse mode is absolute mode, and okay, that, yeah, there we go. There we go. I had a panic moment there. Sorry, I was freaking out. Otherwise, I would have put it in and like showed you all of the settings that I changed. But yeah, that's how you set up the layer macro, and I hope that was helpful. So there you are.